What is waste for some is art for others. It's all in the eye or the mind of the beholder.
And the road inspector turned artist has spent almost 20 years converting waste into art. And his ideas have been sprouting up all over the place. India's Tara Punjabi TV, a new contributor to the program, has this report.
Nekchand's rock garden can easily be called an elegy in waste. As for Nekchand, he fondly calls it the kingdom of gods and goddesses, since he worships his work. This 25-acre wonder is a masterpiece of environmental art. Nekchand knows how to strike a dialogue between nature and art, where to etch a bridge, a castle, and where to release a gushing waterfall. The city administration has reason to support the garden.
What I feel is most extraordinary is the way he landscapes it, the way he organizes his layout, the way he places his works of art in time and space, in relation to each other, and to the greenery and the trees and the rocks in which he has based them.
In the 50s, nearly 20 villages were destroyed to build the city of Chandigarh. As a compensation to the area, Nekchand inspired life into more than 10,000 figures in the garden. He fused life into saints and soldiers made out of concrete. He made maidens out of tiles and glass, animals out of clay. Rock Garden is a land of fantasy created with city debris, sanitary waste, scrap from factories, pebbles and fossil rocks. Skills can die with the creator, but this self-taught artist won't allow this to happen.
There are so many times I am taking the workshops, so many people, school children and even adults, they are very much interested to learn this, how to use the waste.
Art has no frontiers. Similar gardens have now come up in distant lands to carry the message forward. Creating art out of waste can become a movement. Rock Garden is just a beginning. This is Shada Kaushik, Tara Punjabi, reporting for CNN World Report.
Romania is using public policy to protect its environment. The government is implementing new laws and...
Monument of Truth, China remembers the massacre of Nanjing. Doctors in Singapore give new hope to conjoined twins. Now look at the surgery that separated the girls. And India's flowering festival, why everything there is coming up roses this time of year. Hello and welcome to CNN World Report, a forum for local journalists to report on the events that are making news in their countries. An Asian transplant flourishes in the humid climate of the Amazon. When we come back, we'll show you a business that is booming and blooming. And we'll visit northern India to celebrate an annual rite of spring. Do stay with us. In the northern Indian city of Chandigarh, roses are the center of attention. The city was founded only about 60 years ago, and local officials are hoping that the rose garden will bring new life and spirit to the city. We get the story from Tara Punjabi, a new contributor to CNN World Report.
The city goes wild, ushering the Festival of Gardens. Rose Garden, as always, is the privileged host. People arrive here attired in their Sunday best. Rose, the symbol of eternal love, peace, and purity, reigns supreme here in its full splendor. Residents of Chandigarh have put up their labor of love on display. There are competitions for cut flowers, potted seasonal plants, bonsais, cacti, and others. It's time for them to throw open the glory of their gardens to public judgment. Their labor can bring them laurels, as is the case here. As part of the festivities, Rose Prince and Rose Princess are selected in 3 age groups. This time, 680 toddlers have converged for the stiff competition. One wonders why mothers spend months grooming their little ones for it.
So that's why I thought that if she is beautiful, then she should have something, and she should also have some certificate. So in a near future, she might able to know that I have participated in this contest.
Antarakshi, a film-based competition, adds much zing to the ambience. On the other side, the Rose Quiz tests older students on roles in history, botany and literature. The city administration invests money, time and energy promoting this festival year after year.
For the Chandigarh administration, this number of 2 lakh citizens participating in this Rose Garden Festival during this 1 week of celebration is itself reflective of the way the festival caters to the cultural and recreational needs of the population.
Color, crowds, competitions. Together they form the spirit of the Festival of Gardens. This is Shada Kaushik, Tara Punjabi, reporting for CNN's World Report. Nekchand's rock garden can easily be called an elegy in waste. As for Nekchand, he fondly calls it the kingdom of gods and goddesses, since he worships his works. This 25-acre wonder is a masterpiece of environmental art. Nekchand knows how to strike a dialogue between nature and art, where to etch a bridge, a castle, and where to release a gushing waterfall. The city administration has reasons to support the garden.
What I feel is most extraordinary is the way he landscapes it, the way he organizes his layout, the way he places his works of art in time and space, in relation to each other, and to the greenery and the trees and the rocks in which he has based them.
In the 50s, nearly 20 villages were destroyed to build the city of Chandigarh. As a compensation to the area, Nekchand inspired life into more than 10,000 figures in the garden. He fused life into saints and soldiers made out of concrete. He made maidens out of tiles and glass, animals out of clay. Rock Garden is a land of fantasy created with city debris, sanitary waste, scrap from factories, pebbles and fossil rocks. Skills can die with the creator, but this self-taught artist won't allow this to happen.
There are so many times I am taking the workshops, so many people, school children and even adults, they are very much interested to learn this, how to use the waste.
Art has no frontiers. Similar gardens have now come up in distant lands to carry the message forward. Creating art out of waste can become a movement. Rock Garden is just a beginning. This is Shada Kaushik, Tara Punjabi, reporting for CNN World Report. The city goes wild, ushering the Festival of Gardens. Rose Garden, as always, is the privileged host. People arrive here attired in their Sunday best. Rose, the symbol of eternal love, peace and purity, reigns supreme here in its full splendor. Residents of Chandigarh have put up their labor of love on display. There are competitions for cut flowers, potted seasonal plants, bonsais, cacti and others. It's time for them to throw open the glory of their gardens to public judgment. Their labor can bring them laurels, as is the case here. As part of the festivities, Rose Prince and Rose Princess are selected in 3 age groups. This time, 680 toddlers have converged for the stiff competition. One wonders why mothers spend months grooming their little ones for it.
So that's why I thought that if she is beautiful, then she should have something, and she should also have some certificate. So in the near future, she might be able to know that I have participated in this contest.
Antarakshi, a film-based competition, adds much zing to the ambience. On the other side, the Rose Quiz tests older students on roles in history, botany and literature. The city administration invests money, time and energy promoting this festival year after year.
For the Chandigarh administration, this number of 2 lakh citizens participating in this Rose Garden Festival during this 1 week of celebration is itself reflective of the way the festival caters to the cultural and recreational needs of the population. Accordingly, coupled with the focus on flowers, garden, additional elements of culture and recreation have been added to the festivities which meet the needs of the citizens.
Color, crowds, competitions. Together they form the spirit of the Festival of Gardens. This is Sharda Kaushik, Tara Punjabi, reporting for CNN's World Report.